Why our brain makes us feel busy to self-sabotage. Hey, I'm Laura and welcome to the Self Concept Bestie podcast. Have you ever had one of those days where you're non-stop busy? Like you've been running around answering emails, phone calls, doing chores, maybe even just cleaning the whole house. And at the end of the day, you sit and you realise, wait, nothing that really mattered actually got done. I'm here to tell you, that's not just poor time management. It's actually your brain playing tricks on you. Today, we're going to talk about why our brain makes us think that we're busy as a way to self-sabotage and how we can break free from that cycle. What do you think our brain's main job is? Because here's the thing that most people don't realise. Your brain's number one job is not to make you successful, happy, or fulfilled. Its number one job is to keep you safe. And safety to our brains, it doesn't mean growth. It means familiar. It means staying the same. So when you start moving towards something new, like wanting to launch a business, wanting to create a podcast, putting yourself out there and dating, business, or even committing to a healthier lifestyle, whether that's eating healthy or going to the gym, your brain automatically goes, oh no, danger. This does not feel normal. Danger, danger. Let's pull back. Let's go back to being the same. Let's go back to being stuck. Let's stick to the old programming. And one of the sneakiest ways it pulls you back is by making you busy. See, what busyness does is when we are busy all the time, it gives us the illusion of progress. You feel productive because you're doing things, you're ticking off the list that you've got, you're moving things around. But the truth is, by keeping you busy, you're actually avoiding the one or two things that would actually move you forward in life. Like making that phone call, posting that piece of content, like recording the podcast, or having the vulnerable conversation that you're needing to have. They feel uncomfortable though, don't they? So instead, your brain distracts you with washing up, with doom scrolling, with organising kitchen cupboards. Even as simple as automatically the fridge is needing cleaned. And suddenly all of these small things seem urgent. They mustn't be done, except from the one thing that matters most, the one thing that would actually help you move forward with your life. Now, this was a big lesson that I've had to learn within myself and something I've had to overcome, because it's not always a fear of failure that stops you. A lot of the time, it's actually a fear of success. And why is that? Because success means being seen. Success means expectations. Success means change. And change feels unsafe. So what does our brain do? It says, nope, let's stay busy. Let's look like we're working hard without actually risking anything to move us forward. Let's stay safe. But here's the cost of that. You end up exhausted. You end up burnt out. Your mental health is in the gutter, and you're stuck in the same place, repeating the same patterns over and over again. And you just say, this is just my life. I need to accept it. But what's even worse with that is you start to reinforce the story in your brain that you can't handle it. Every time you choose to be busy over choosing growth, you're teaching yourself, I can't handle the real thing. And that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy that your brain is going to prove to you to be true. Now, at this point, you're probably asking yourself, well, how do we stop it? How do we stop our brains from doing this? Something I harp on about a lot. Number one, awareness. Become aware of your patterns. Become aware of when you're seeing yourself creating tasks for yourself to do, but you're staying away from the one thing that would push you forward. So the next time you hear yourself say, I'm too busy. Sorry, I can't. I'm too busy. Oh, that can wait. This isn't even done. I'm too busy to do it. Ask yourself, busy with what? What are you busy with? Is it real progress or is it avoidance? Really sit there and listen. Number two, if you're really serious about moving forward, create some most important tasks. Pick 1 to 3 actions every day, as small as they could be, that'll actually even slightly just move the needle slightly nearer to your goal. Even when they feel scary. Actually, most importantly, when they feel scary. See, when you're scared and you don't want to go ahead and do something, that's when you push through and do it anyway. Because what you're teaching your brain is that it's safe. Oh, I've done this. I'm still alive. I'm safe. So every time you slightly do something that you're scared of doing, you do it anyway. You're building up resiliency with your brain. You're proving to your brain that it is safe. And start making them non-negotiables in your day. Start trusting yourself. When you tell your brain, right, I'm going to do this. I feel scared. I'm going to do it anyway. You push through that barrier and you prove to yourself that you stand by your word, that it can trust you, that when you're telling it, it's safe for me to do this. It starts to believe you. It starts to prove it to you. Number 3, start reframing the discomfort. Instead of repeating, this feels scary, I shouldn't do it, start telling yourself, this feels scary, which means I'm growing, and it's safe for me to grow. We don't get anywhere by staying stuck. So this feels scary, which means I'm growing, and it's safe to grow. Number 4, this could be one that can sometimes be the most challenging for people. Give yourself space. If you're constantly got things booked up in your diary, constantly running chores, always got something on, you're not leaving yourself any room for intentional action. Space is the most important thing It gives you time to breathe. How many times do you go and sit down and you feel bad for sitting down because something's needing done? So just to put it into perspective into my own life, I was wanting to record this podcast tonight, and I looked at the bottom of my stairs, and there is sitting a pile of washing that I need to put away. Now, if I was wanting to start self-sabotaging myself, my brain, which by the way would have before, would have said, the podcast can wait, let's just sort the washing instead. But instead what I done is I walked up the stairs, past that washing, opened up my laptop, turned on my microphone and said, the washing can wait, this is more important. This is what's important to me. This is what's moving my needle closer to what I want in life. We have a choice every day. That washing can wait. It will get done after the podcast. But this came first. This was prioritised first. Even when I felt a little bit scared and a little bit nervous doing it, this came first because this moved the needle. This was teaching my brain it is safe. It is safe for me to be me. It is safe for me to feel nervous, to feel fear, and to move anyway. Now, I am all about your self-concept and changing your mindset. Why does this all come together? What has this got to do with your self-concept, you might be asking yourself? I want to take this a layer deeper. This isn't just about time management or neuroscience. This ties directly to your self-concept. The way you see yourself at the deepest level. Think about it. If your identity, your self-concept is, I'm always overwhelmed, I can't handle success, I'm not disciplined, your brain is going to create busyness. It's going to create distractions and it's going to create overwhelm to prove that true to you. The busyness in your life isn't random. It's your self-concept playing out in real time. This is exactly what Neville Goddard talked about with the law of assumption. He said, and I quote, "We are always manifesting from the state we are dwelling in." So if you're dwelling in the state of, I never have enough time, I'm too busy, you will literally manifest circumstances that reflect that back to you. Like your schedule's always busy, it's always full, constantly getting interrupted, you've got endless little tasks, that to-do list is getting longer and longer, but nothing's getting ticked off. But when you shift your state to, I always have enough time for what matters, things flow easily for me, or even my success is inevitable, guess what? Your external world starts lining up with that assumption, and your brain will start to prove it true to you. I'm the kind of person who always makes space for what matters. I handle success with ease. It's safe for me to grow. Suddenly, the distractions lose their power because you're no longer putting the energy and the focus on the distractions, because you're no longer aligned with the identity that created them. When you keep identifying with that identity of this is me, this is all I'm capable of, that's all you'll keep on getting back in your reality. But when you decide it's safe for me to grow, and you align with that identity, that's when things start to change. So the next time you catch yourself in the whirlwind of busyness, pause. Ask yourself, is this really moving me forward? Or is this self-sabotage in disguise? Because here's the truth. You're capable of so much more than just being busy. You're capable of so much more than staying safe, staying stuck. We weren't put here to be puppets, to play it safe, to not go after our dreams. We're here to grow. We're here to expand. And we're here to remember who we are. And when we stop hiding behind being busy, that's when everything starts to change. That's when life starts to turn around and you see it through your new aligned identity. Thank you so much for listening. I would love to hear about any of your experiences of you self-sabotaging, creating busyness out of nothing for yourself. And I'd also love to hear what your goals are as well. So please pop it in the comments of the podcast below. I'm Laura, your host, and as always, today is already an amazing day. Thank you.